Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and persons in between. My name is Tim Snowborn here with a few thoughts today on why the Democrats keep choking on this episode of Serious Issues. Before I begin, quick announcement. I've decided that I'm going to try to do the Serious Issues episodes on Tuesdays and the Not So Serious episodes on Thursdays. I just want to get the more fun, less serious videos out there before the weekend and do the serious stuff early. So as I said, I'm here today with a few thoughts on why the Democrats keep blowing it. The first problem is that the Republicans are just more aggressive about what they do. The Republicans live by the Kaiser Soze principle that the winner is the person who's willing to do what the other guy won't. That's why they gerrymander the districts and pass voter ID laws and do everything they can to suppress the Democratic vote. They're just willing to stoop to a lower level to get what they want. Another problem that came to me this past week, people often say that with Democrats and liberals and progressives, it's a big cat herding exercise. And that's true. There's so many different causes and we all can't agree on what's important. And this past week I realized the reason for that. The reason for that is because we are such a diverse group. The conservatives are mostly hetero white Christians with a common cultural heritage. We don't have that. We don't have a common cultural heritage. It's easy for people with a common cultural background to agree on what's important. It's not easy to get a diverse group of different races, different gender identities, different religions, etc. to agree on what's important. In that respect, our diversity is a weakness. Their unity is a strength. No, I'm not saying we should throw out diversity and forget about it. I want to stick with the diversity too. I'm just saying the reason the conservatives are so unified is because they're so homogenous. The reason it's harder to get the liberals to agree on what's important is because we're such a diverse group of people from such different backgrounds and we have different priorities. The third problem that I think is plaguing us is that the Democrats currently have their heads so far up their asses they're breathing farts. Now, as I've said in previous videos, I'm a pretty die-hard Democrat. I don't believe in not voting. I believe that not voting is tantamount to voting Republican, and I'm damn sure not going to vote Republican, so I'm voting Democrat. But, having said that, the old guard needs to go. Pelosi needs to go, Schumer needs to go, Perez needs to go. All of those neoliberals who aren't on board with populism need to get the fuck out of the party. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to embrace populism as long as they think they can win without doing that. A lot of Sanders supporters, mostly the ones who jumped over to Jill Stein, say that we should start a third party. I like the idea of a third party, but I'm not willing to go for it for the same reason that everybody else who likes the idea of a third party but won't vote for it. We're afraid that if we vote for a third party, the other guys will win. And I think that's a rational fear. Here's the main problem with the third party argument, though. I mean, it's a nice idea that we have to start a third party and get the Democrats to come to us. The thing is, how many elections do you think the Democrats have to lose before they come around? 3, 4, 5 elections? Let's say the Democrats lose every election between now and 2024. What of America is going to be left by that point? That's 7 years for the Republicans to do as much damage as they want, and believe me, they can do a lot of damage in a little bit of time, as we've seen from the current administration, which is aggressively trying to tear the country down. Again, if you think that gerrymandering and voter IDs and other voter suppression tactics that they use now are bad, wait till you see what they dream up in the next 7 years. If we throw every election between now and 2024 just to teach the Democrats a lesson, it might not even be possible by then to elect a third party or even a Democrat. By then they may have rigged the system so badly that we're effectively a one-party country. You think having 2 parties isn't enough? Wait till we're a one-party country. Wait until the Democrats are also as vestigial and meaningless as the Green Party. That's my fear, that if we continue to throw every election for the foreseeable future, the Republicans will continue to do tons of damage and fuck with the electoral system until it's not even possible to elect anyone else. Instead of forming a third party, I think the answer is to stack the Democratic Party with Sanders-style populists. I've read an article or two saying that Sanders' candidacy last year inspired people like him to run for office, and we need that. We need more liberal populists to run for office and push those old guard neoliberal Democrats out of the party. That, to me, is the more viable answer. Another reason the Democrats have their heads up their asses right now is because of their tactics. They're sending out these fundraising mailers that look like final notice warnings on some debt you didn't even know you were supposed to be paying off. They're scaring the shit out of people they want money from. Who the fuck thought up that idea? That person needs to be fired, and every person who approved it needs to be fired. They're also fundraising by complaining about Trump's broken wall promise. Why? What? Why are we campaigning on that? We don't want the wall. We can't complain about him not doing something we didn't want him to do. What's wrong with you people? And whoever came up with that idea needs to be fired. The Democrats are probably going to run against Trump next year, and they need to not do that. They need to offer a vision for a better America beyond just not Trump. Don't get me wrong, they should absolutely use Trump as a beat stick against the Republicans, but they cannot run on just that. They need to focus more on the economy and the way the Trump administration is stacking that against the middle class. But they probably won't do that because they just cannot get their shit together. So tell me what you think, America. Do you think I'm right about the Democrats' problems? What do you think their problems are? Thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, thank you in advance for subscribing, sharing, liking, and commenting below. Stay tuned Thursday for a very special Not So Serious Issues episode. Especially if you're a gamer, you'll want to see this. See you next time, everyone. Love you.